Namaskar, you're listening to a podcast on Goan identity and dual citizenship. I'm your host Sushant Lorenzo. Firstly, framework legislation is necessary for Goan people to protect their ethno-linguistic identity. Secondly, Goan people should be entitled to dual citizenship. This will retain intellectual property for India and protect Goan identity together with their personal details. The Goan identity confusion crisis has begun since annexation by India as it retained selective Portuguese laws. Portuguese passport benefits were stopped despite of awareness of remittance contribution to the economy by Portuguese Goans living abroad even before India's sovereignty of Goa 1974. Both central government of India and state government of Goa need to protect Goan identity. Now, what constitutes the Goan identity? Goan person has no definition as of now. A person with one of the following can state as a Goan. Goa government issued documents like Aadhaar card, voter card can term them as a Goan resident. Domicile certificate of 15 years is considered as a Goan resident. Goan person by DNA. Goan person through Goan parents. Person born in Goa with Portuguese citizenship is another criteria to be a Goan. A non-Goan marrying a Goan could also be possibly considered as a Goan. Some people like tourists and pilgrims frequenting Goa also claim to be Goan. But the fact is that those claiming to be Goan residents cannot adopt a purely Goan identity if they already have their own ethno-linguistic identity which in a lifetime cannot be changed. This results in two status, Goan and something, just like British Indian ethnicity status. From 2012 to 2022, this decade stretch has led to rampant fraudulent acquisition of Portuguese passport and application of name change by non-beneficiaries. Only fraudsters enjoy dual citizenship status by holding an Indian passport with their real name and Portuguese passport through fraudulent acquisition of Goan origin persons' identity details. Operação Livro Mágico, Operation Magic Book, was carried out in 2013 by Portuguese Immigration and Border Service (SEF) following an alert from US authorities that an Indian origin person who after being refused entry to the country once again made another attempt, this time in already in possession of a passport obtained as a Portuguese citizen. In addition to this, in 2016, Leicestershire Police, Portuguese immigration officers, UK Home Office, and National Crime Agency investigators gathered evidences. Letter of request was sent from Portuguese SEF authorities to their British counterparts for search warrant to arrest gang members based in United Kingdom for fraudulently facilitating acquisition of Portuguese nationality. As of 2021, Isleworth Crown Court London has brought to our notice identity theft in public domain of an innocent victim, Melvin Dias, a Goan person having UK dependent spouse visa who holds an Indian citizenship. His identity was used by another person of Indian origin to get Portuguese passport. That brings another dimension to identity theft for Goan diaspora after Brexit and COVID-19. As already stated, confusion has resulted in victims of identity theft for Goan diaspora in three categories. First, Goan people in Goa. Second, Goan people in other states and union territories of India. And third, Goan people living abroad. This is a personal insecurity for Goan people living around the world. Goan identity theft continues to be tracked by Portuguese, British, United States, European Union authorities. It can be a major threat for Goan origin people having assets and properties in Goa. As the developed and developing countries offer dual citizenship, second additional passport for emergency purposes or both, but in India it offers different privilege. NRI OCI status. Individual identity information of same name, same age, same parents can be used by two living people at the same time due to NRI OCI status distinction. Overall, overseas Indian citizens do suffer from identity theft who have surrendered Indian citizenship. Only official documents are manipulated with fraudsters. Biometric data such as face, eyes, fingerprints and other details. With OCI, Government of India are not able to determine what belongs where due to its loophole in their arrangement. Whether it is a privilege or a right of an Indian origin person, whenever gone person living abroad is asked if all of the family members are Portuguese citizens, one would say no. One family member has Indian citizenship to safeguard family properties and official rights in India. Sometimes there are possibilities and twists with Indian citizenship being stripped without notifying gone subject due to identity theft. Countries like Canada, New Zealand, Switzerland, Australia, Norway offer working holiday visas for Portuguese nationals. The most important difficulty will be to know the fraudulent acquisition of Portuguese nationality. Therefore, Indian authorities need enforcement mechanism to take into consideration dual citizenship that should avoid further consequences and track multitude of people attaining undisclosed and unrelated entitlements. As a Goan, I put forth the demand to Central Government of India. It is their paramount duty. Thank you for listening to this podcast by Sushan Lorenzo. Deo Bare Koru.